this message is getting to someone at the right time. Love them for who they are right now, or leave them alone right now. I was talking to my partner today, and I had to tell him we can't change people. And as I'm telling him, I'm also telling myself, because we've all maybe dated someone or had a friend or a parent that we said if they would just maybe shift this one little thing about themselves, they'd go to a whole other level. Well, sometimes that small shift isn't that small. It may be a very, very specific item that was built over 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years. Imagine that this one point of pressure that they're experiencing in their life that they can't shift, but imagine the years under that pinpointed moment, that pinpointed behavior that they cannot shift. And unfortunately, so many of us try to change people, and it is the worst thing you could ever do with your time, money, and energy. Only experiences, time, desperation can change people. It takes maybe even a culmination of those elements. God, did I say God? And God. It takes God to change people. And as human beings, we don't have that capacity. We don't have that power. We don't have that level of patience. Nor does it serve our own lives trying to change something about somebody else. All it does is waste your own time, waste their time, and actually probably prolong the issue. What you may have to do is step all the way back. Let that person go do whatever they need to do for them. Listen, I've tried to change people, and people have tried to change me at different points in my life, and it just does not happen. Even if someone tries to convince you that they've changed, we have to look at a couple of different factors. What's the time frame here? What's the motivation? Who's the beneficiary of this change? Because people's default doesn't change in 2 weeks, 3 months, 6 months. People's default behaviors pretty much are who they'll be for the foreseeable future. Unless, again, they find themselves getting closer to God, something desperate and intense happen in their life, or they just want to go on a personal journey. And that one right there is very, very rare, where someone just wakes up and says, hey, I just want to be better, and change my whole default actions that destroy the relationships that I have around me and keep me isolated from true growth and progression and healthy relationships on any level, parent, friend, sibling. As I was talking to my guy earlier about this very topic, where we were discussing a difficult scenario that he's experiencing, he said, yo, it's just a small thing that I wish she'd change. And I said, you know what else is small? A bullet. And we know what one bullet can do. The best thing you could ever do is change your outlook on the situation. And I know it's difficult because I've been there. I've been there where I see the good in someone, but they just can't turn the corner. And again, I've been that person. That's why I understand and know that it only takes time. Everything can make sense. It could be so beautifully aligned, just if. That 2-letter word, if, will bust your ass. If they didn't, that's a long road ahead of you right there. Chalk it up. Release it. 1, 2, 3, release. Let go and let God. And relieve yourself of that pressure and those challenges. It's not your job. You weren't placed here to change people. You deliver a message, plant the seed, water it right there, and you walk away. You're not gonna sit there and just watch this plant. You know it's gonna grow. And guess what? Someone else may reap the fruits of your labor, and that's okay. It's a cycle of life. It's a cyclical process that happens and occurs. You try to buck the system, guess what? You end up further behind than you would have been if you had let that person go and grow. They end up further behind. We have to stop enabling behaviors and feeding into the monsters that are existing within all of us. People have demons and traumas that I can't go back 30 years in this person's life and solve their algorithm. No, solve your own algorithm. The goal is, if we're speaking romantically or even friendships, the goal is to get yourself to a certain point of healing and solutions and forgiveness for your past. What about we work on our traumas, we work on our issues, and once we've come to a level space of healing, understanding ourselves, peace, forgiveness, grace, we then and only then come together and go the rest of the way. That's the only solution. But so many of us are trauma bonding because we're bonded to our own trauma, and we're bringing that into relationships and destroying other people, destroying the possibilities, destroying the potential. It's a sad and cyclical process that we all have suffered on one end or the other. Understand something. Demons and trauma are intense, and you're 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years with a person, it's going to be very difficult and pretty much impossible to compete with 10, 20, and 30 years of demons, especially if this person doesn't acknowledge it and those demons are hiding in the depths of their spirit. It's like having a parasite in you and you don't even know. Don't be a statistic. Work on yourself. Focus on self. Self-love is so important. Now, relationship love is very important, but it must come after self-love. You have to start there. No one can love you until you love yourself. That's factual and actual, for real. In closing, if you take nothing away from this video, know that you can't change somebody. Know that if they do change, it's temporary, 9 times out of 10 in a short time frame. And number 3, your best bet is to let God do what God needs to do with that person. This message is getting to someone at the right time. Love them for who they are right now, or leave them alone right now.